that you need in 2025. Okay, I mean 2026. We're leaving 2025. We're going into 2026, and listen, why should we get it fixed in 2026? We're gonna show. We're gonna tell you why. Why should we get this fixed in 2026? And here's why. Uh, I have two guests here this morning, and we're going to talk about why. Because we all have something in common this morning. We all have our moms and our dad picture here. Uh, this is so special. This is a real special time. Especially because, first of all, we get a chance to come to you the first day of 2026. And second is because there's something that's on our heart that we don't want it to happen to your parents like it happened to our parents. Okay, so I'm gonna get them to introduce themselves. I have Tamara and I have Shavaya. Shavaya and Tamara in the house, and we have something in common, okay? And we are excited to be talking to you about that this morning. So, Shavaya, would you introduce yourself? Let people know who you are.
Sure, yes. So my name is Shavaya Harrelson. I am the owner and operator of Charisma LLC. And basically what that is, that's a health and wellness company where we talk about and explore the whole self, the whole body, mentally, spiritually, and physically. I believe that health is wealth. And also, I also believe in showing grace to yourself when you're talking about getting healthy and getting well. So I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. Grew up here. I'm an alumni of Jim Hill High School.
Jim Hill in the house.
Yeah. I do a lot of ministry work in the community, and I truly thank you for allowing me to come on the station to talk about health and wellness because I've seen how it affected my family, and I want the cycle to stop.
Absolutely. So, and Tamara,
That's
will you
right.
tell everybody about who you are?
All right, I'm Tamara Johnson. I am a woman, a wife, a mother. Look, and I'm the owner of Your Personal Social Worker and a nonprofit Restitution of Hope. I basically help the community, and I'm a licensed master social worker and a kidney health coach. So I help the community navigate long-term care, families, they're elderly, disabled, and I also go around and raise awareness in the community about the importance of kidney health, making sure that we are doing what we need to do to manage our kidneys and just any conditions that we may have that can lead to kidney disease, especially when it comes to diabetes and high blood pressure. So I am an alumni from Clinton High
Yeah,
School.
Clinton in the house.
And went to Jackson State for my degrees, but I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be here and to be able to share this moment with these two lively, beautiful souls that God has blessed me to encounter and embrace. So thank you, Mr. Charles, once
Oh,
again.
you
Yeah.
are so welcome. You both are so welcome. I'm Chef Charles. Let me just throw Provine out there. I'm gonna get you the Provine Hospital. Can we say that
Okay,
then?
okay,
Yes,
okay,
represented
that's
this
right.
morning. And listen, we're all here this morning with something in common, and we want to make sure that people understand in 2026 how important food is, how important watching your organs are, how important moving is,
Mhm.
and we want to bring it all together. One of the things that we have in common is that, like, if you heard my story, you know my mom was on kidney dialysis. I have a picture of my mom. If you are on YouTube, you can see a picture. We got a picture of mom here, Cora in the house too. Yes, Cora in the house. She's the
That's right.
reason that I'm alive. I was sitting there in the kidney dialysis room with her when she was on kidney dialysis, and so Shabbat, tell us about you. Tell us about your situation.
Yeah, so this is my mom. This is Felicia, and she was also on dialysis before she passed away. And I just saw how that cycle just kind of going into a spiral where we're country cookers and we love to eat good and all the things and all the stress that was in her life and how it took a toll of her physically. So I love to talk about her testimony because I feel like it would inspire others, but also
Yes.
it continues to inspire me and to honor her. I was thinking this morning, I was like, what I'm gonna wear, and my
Uh-huh.
mom, but the Holy Spirit was like, you have red. Red is my mom's favorite color.
Yeah.
So I chose to wear red to honor her in order to spread awareness about her health and wellness. So
Thank you, Siobhan. Yeah, that is so special.
special.
Absolutely. So, Tamara, tell us about your parent that was on dialysis.
Well, my dad actually didn't make it to dialysis.
Okay.
He refused dialysis.
Okay.
He was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease. He had high blood pressure, which he tried to manage, I guess, to the best of his ability, which led to the chronic kidney disease. And so he actually refused dialysis a few months before his nephrologist saw his kidney functions were declining drastically, and so they wanted to go ahead and start dialysis on him. He felt that that was not going to give him a quality of life because he was active, deacon, working still, and just doing all the things. And he just felt like it wasn't going to work, but for him at least. But he did decide finally, like a couple of days before it was time for him to transition. He actually stated to my mom that he did want to go ahead and try it. And he was going to start working on his medical leave and everything at work, but he didn't make it. He ended up going into cardiac arrest on Labor Day, a couple of days after he made the decision. So he didn't make it, and he was 54.
He was 54, and that's wow. But he had kidney failure,
Mm-hmm.
and he did decide he wanted to because he wanted to live, and that's
Right.
special. And he was 54. Siobhan, how old was your mom when she
my mom was 55.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
54 and 55. You know, guys, I'm almost in tears because
You almost in tears. Tell me somebody. I'm trying to control it over here.
because you see, my mom was 58,
Mm.
and I was like, okay, that's so young, but your mom was 50, your dad was 54, and your mom was 55. Mine was 59. And what we want people to do is to understand that our organs are precious, and there's something that you can do to keep from going down the road that our parents went down. Is that all right? How can we get this fixed in 2026? Why should we get this fixed in
Yes.
2026?
Yes.
Okay. We don't want you to keep doing the same thing and getting the same result. Okay, so Felicia was your mom.
Right.
Cora, y'all see my mom. And what's your dad?
Eddie.
Eddie.
Yes.
Yes. So we got Felicia, Eddie, and Cora in the house. And we're starting out here in 2026 trying to let you know that, guys, there's some things that you can do to help you in 2026. There's some things that you can do to make it better for you. And so, Shabala, tell us why moving in, because listen, we all were together. Can we talk about the food that we had? It was that good. That's some good food. we had.
And honestly, I want to know: is there a sour cream without the dairy
Yes.
recipe that
There's
you had?
everything without the dairy.
Okay,
Yes.
because I need you on
Yeah.
that one. Because I love tacos.
Yes.
But without, I was making veggie
Uh-huh.
tacos. But I still had that dairy, the sour cream, and I said,
Yeah.
my husband was like, "No, you don't supposed to have dairy."
Yeah, so we had some macaroni and cheese. We had some candy yams, and then we had some purple sweet potatoes and some green. Man, that was good food. Man.
Ooh, very good.
Very good food.
Very good food.
Eating food that will help our organs, because I love good tasting food, but it has to be good for my body. Okay, look at my mom's picture if you can see here. Okay, so again, my mom died at for my radio audience. My mom died at 54 years old. I didn't want to do that. Okay, and I don't want you to do that. And she lived sickly and she died quickly. All of our parents here died quickly. Eddie at 54, Felicia, I learned their names already. Felicia at 55 and Cora at 58 years old. These were some sweethearts. Guys, we love our parents. And we wanted them to be around to see their grands, their great grands, and we don't want them to be sickly, and exercising and food and getting checkups, making sure that you know what's going on in your body and with the right food, all that matters. Now, I remember we were all together in Bolton, Mississippi at Mount Olive Missionary, the Baptist
There we go.
Church.
There we go.
and y'all, I know this is a lack of, it's not proper English, but us had a good time. We had a good time. But there were some things, Shavon, that I remember you said. You said, I hope I got it right, but shoulders back, chest up, core engaged.
There you go.
I've been doing it, girl. Everything I do. I'm like, yes. So tell us about your teaching, what you're doing, and this is the reason you represent your mom. You were in red. Red was your mom's favorite color. If I had thought about it, I would have had yellow on because that was my mom. She looked so pretty in that yellow there.
Yeah.
She looked pretty. Yes. So tell us how the people can, don't have their parents to die at 58, 54, and 55, and don't have to be sickly and can take care of themselves by start doing something. Because a lot of it, we call ourselves the fighters. We just listen to the fighter song. Fighter, I got my fighter shirt on. Future in great health today, every day, responsible self. But we're responsible.
Right.
What can we do to be moving? Talk to us about how we can help somebody else, and if it's your parent or yourself, to not have to live quickly and die so quickly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say just move.
Move.
I think people believe that when we talk about exercise, we have to go to a gym or we got to get a trainer. Or it has to be intense and all the things. But really, when you think about the longevity of your life and you've been eating a certain way and you've been functioning a certain way for so long, for years, you always want to think about, okay, if I'm making a change for myself, let me do it, how can I say, slowly and then move quickly into a better regimen, right? Because what I see is a lot of people, they say, well, in 2026, I'm going to work out. And then they go to the fitness gyms at the first of the year, but by week 3, the fitness gym is taking their money, right? They're not going anymore because they've crashed.
Right.
They've gotten fatigued. They've gotten exhausted. So I always believe in starting off slow. Starting off by being consistent, like 10, 15 minutes. Because if you never exercised before, you always want to start off small, like 10, 15 minutes. Then being consistent and disciplined, because that's the big word, being disciplined and doing the exercises on a weekly basis. And once you created that strong foundation, then you increase. Then you move towards something more. Then you increase the time or intensity. Also, you have to think about, what do you enjoy doing? A lot of people don't like going to the gym.
Right.
They like working out at home. They may not like weights or the treadmill. They like dancing. I'm always about making things that you enjoy your movement. Like if you love dancing, put on some music in your house and dance. Find a video on YouTube that talks about dance and exercise and follow the video. There's many ways of incorporating movement into your daily regimen, such as like cleaning the house, doing yard work. You just got to be creative with it. And if you don't know how to do that, if you don't have that creative mind process, then talk to a trainer, talk to someone that knows it, so they can start, cause you to have more insight on what you can do to improve your health. So I love teaching about that. I love teaching about things that, because my background is physical therapy. So I love teaching about the movement that makes it functional. Because when you talk about aging, one thing that I've noticed by working in nursing homes, that they want to keep their independence. The residents in the nursing home want to keep their independence, and they get really frustrated because they can't do the things that they used to do. Right. So I always teach about, hey, make things functional. So when you start aging and getting older, you're still able to move. You're still able to have that independence. You're still able to walk without assistance, to go go up and downstairs, to play with your grandbabies and all of
Yes.
things. So I always teach about when you exercise, make it functional, and also be aware of your body. You know, like when you're doing the exercise, how do you feel?
Yeah.
You know, how does your mood feel? Because all those things are together. How you feel, how you think, your energy level, how your body feels, being aware of your body, because in order to have good form, the shoulders, back, chest up, core engaged, you have to be aware of your body.
And I've been aware since she said that.
Yeah.
I've been aware.
That's
You
right.
don't have to be at the gym to be aware.
Right.
I mean, I'd be at home, I'm like,
Yeah.
Core.
because that core is so important there. So if you're just joining us, we have pictures of our parents. Shavalia has her mom, Felicia, because she had kidney failure. My mom, Cora, had kidney failure, and Eddie had kidney failure. Tamara, tell us why you do what you do and what you do. And I just appreciate you so much because, you know, when your parents been on kidney dialysis, and Lord, thank you for allowing us to be here. Thank you for WMPR 94.1 in this platform, because if you don't have to have some kidney issue, if you can take care of your kidneys, come on with the taking care of the kidneys, okay? We watched our parents' kidneys fail, and we don't want your kidneys to be failing in 2026. And I'm going to be talking about some food but talk to us, Tamara. I'll let you cry rather than me cry, because my mama's in the house. It's always tough for me.
Okay. More of anything, I became a kidney health coach after my dad passed. When he passed away, that's when I found the American Kidney Fund. And they have a kidney health coach program that is self-paced program, and it's maybe 2.5 hours of your time where you can become a kidney health coach. They teach you the basics about your kidneys. And just like going through human anatomy again, they teach you those basic things. And they continue to educate us as well down the line, because they have a bunch of just different educational webinars and whatnot to continue to educate us in regards to kidney health. And so just seeing him go through his situation, it was most definitely heartbreaking, because he was a young man. He still had life just like all our parents, you know. And so he passed 2 months before it was time for him to turn 55.
Wow.
And so that most definitely was an eye opener, but I didn't think about it regarding my life until later on. You know, and that's the thing, you know, most definitely educating the community, but also being an example as well, not just going around. That's what God is really on me now, is don't take what I have for granted either. You know, yes, you're walking around educating the community, but make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing as well for your own body, because the thing is, people are watching you. You're talking about it, but they're still watching you and making sure that you are in line. So that's something that he has inspired me to not take more of anything. I had a word, God gave me the word proactive last year. And the words he gave me this year is basically, don't take it for granted. And so, and I just don't want to take life for granted. And I'm not saying that my dad did, but I most definitely have learned from where he was. And so now I can make those better decisions. And like you said, discipline. You know, it's all about discipline. It's all about checking on those 8 dimensions of wellness from all of the areas in your life, reevaluating yourself to see what areas you need help in, so that you can make healthier decisions. Because a lot of times, a lot of our bad eating yes, it is something that we grew up seeing, but sometimes it comes from stress, just being unwell, financial stress, so many different areas that we're unwell in, that we're not well. And so sometimes it takes us taking time to get help that we need, so that we can function better. And so situations like this, like Mr. Charles, he don't know it better. He's basically like a mentor to me. I mean, even you know, seriously, because I tell this story. When I saw him at the wedding, I met him some years ago, and we have the same relatives. And I met him some years ago. He sat at that table doing that reception. And all that food was at that table, all kind of food. Mr. Charles did not touch any of it. And it wasn't because it was nasty. He knew his mission. He knows
Right.
his assignment.
Yeah.
He knows
Right.
his purpose.
Right.
And so what he did was he found him some nuts.
Right.
And I think it had like a mixture of different little things in it.
Right.
And that's what he ate. And he
Mhm.
walked around still cheerful, talking, just still enjoyed himself. But that discipline is what
Yes.
I admire about him.
Mhm.
The control is what I admire about you. And I know that that's from God, because he is somebody. But it takes us to be a willing participant as well.
Right.
To do those things as
Right.
well, because he's not going to just give it to us now.
Right.
Most definitely, we have to work for it, and I can tell his work is really paying off, because it
Yeah.
truly has inspired me.
Amen. That's
Yeah, that is absolutely about some discipline. And again, so you all have really blessed me this morning. And listen, I didn't know you all parents was younger than mine when they died. Your dad was 54. Because I tell people that, and my mom died at 54 years old. And I tell folks all the time, and you're 58 years old, and yours at 55. And okay, we got our pictures of our parents today, and we don't want other people to do it. And here's what I always say. I don't let anybody feed my liver, my lungs, and my kidneys. When I go to these functions, that's their food that they prepared.
Yeah.
But if it ain't for my liver, my lungs, and my kidneys, I'm not going down that road. No, see, they are special to me. I talk to my organs. I sing to my organs. My heart, my heart is so good to me, right?
Yeah.
I'm here because of it today.
Mm.
And I tell people all the time, and I use the word, the letters EFP. EFP, eating for purpose.
Mhm.
Oh, I love good tasting food now, but it
Yeah.
has to be good for my for my body. Okay, but eating for purpose. I'm not eating unless for a purpose, and that's for my heart. EFP can also stand for exercising for a purpose.
Mhm.
When I go out, I'm exercising for my heart.
Mhm.
Eating for purpose for my heart, you see, it would let me know by how it's treating me. I treat it, it treats me. Together we make great harmony. Yes. Listen, when I give my heart what it needs and don't make it have to stress and pump so hard, it appreciate me.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it.
That's it.
And we're making great harmony together.
Yeah.
And so I realized that my mom, the doctor used the word that her heart was gigantic. She was on high blood pressure. She was diabetes. She was being treated for diabetes. She was, high cholesterol. Had fluid all over her body, and all the doctor told her was the proper feet up, and we didn't get the right attention that we needed, but we wasn't getting the food. We caused all of that, okay? So that bothers me today. And so that's why I don't let other people feed me,
Yeah.
Unless there's something that I know that's going to be feeding my heart the nutrients that it needs. It's about getting my liver, my lungs, and my kidneys what they need. I'm here because of them. Y'all know that, don't you? Hello?
Hello.
I'm here because of them. Listen, if my heart didn't tick no more, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I'm going to do whatever I can in 2026 to help it to have to work as smooth and as, not as hard. And see, when the pressure is there, it's having to work hard. That's why I said, you hear me say, high blood pressure not mandatory. Because see, I know food can cause it and food can help it. We just got to choose the right one.
Yeah.
Okay? We're choosing to hurt our organs. You know that, right? I saw folks yesterday, drinking all this stuff and coughing. Your kidneys have to deal with that. You may be enjoying it on the tongue, but on the inside, your kidneys are having to deal with that. You see, Coca-Cola was like, I thought they were made in my house because they stayed in the house when I was growing up, right?
Yeah.
And I understand, I'm calling out those things, but anyway, some of these drinks and things like that, occasionally you may do something, but look, you got to worry about how the kidney is doing,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And so, and then our parents moved a lot. So that's why I am big on the food, guys. And that's why you saw me, and I do that everywhere I go. When I go to these places, my heart is not beating in them. My liver is not functioning in them.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, whoever prepared the food is not responsible for my health.
Mhm.
Hello,
Mhm.
I'm responsible.
Mhm.
So in 2026, and I tell folk, because I do cooking shows online, and we're gonna get everybody to tell how you can reach out to them before we leave. But I was telling everybody when I was young, and I feel so bad because y'all parents was younger than mine, Mom. When we see that, and I always thought 58 was just such a young age. But Eddie died at 54, and Felicia died at 55. Your mom, and but I used to tell people when I was young, I was in the kitchen cooking with my mom.
Yeah.
When she was sick and dying,
Mhm.
I was cooking for my mom.
Yeah.
Now I'm cooking representing my mom.
Mhm.
Like you represent your mom in the red.
Mhm.
But every time I cook now, I have that picture. And thank you for that idea. Because everywhere I go now, I'm having my mama picture with me, because that's who I'm representing.
That's it.
Because I want people to understand, just like when we're around people, people can help us. I was helped so many ways when I was in Bolton, Mississippi, little bitty town where you go to church, you invite us up there, and I'm always thinking about shoulders back, chest up, core and bond, right? And then I learned to wherever I go, take my mom pictures with me because you told me that. And so I am so thrilled to be able to talk to people at WMPR 90.1 and those on YouTube about making sure that your liver, your lungs, and your kidneys are cared for. I want you to get serious. And I want you to get mad when folks try and feed them stuff that's going to hurt them.
That's right.
Just get doggone it upset
Mhm.
and say, no, y'all don't have any other options. Okay, I'm fine. I'm good. No, you're not going to die if you don't eat nothing in 2 hours, 3 hours. Some of us can go a whole day without eating something. We're going to be just fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
But just because they put it in front of us, we feel like we got to go eat it.
Yeah.
No, that ain't how my heart operates. My heart says, you don't want high blood pressure, do you? I said, nope. Okay. Then you don't need to eat that. I said, okay. That's pretty simple.
Amen.
That's
And when
right.
I get up in the morning, I got to start moving because the body needs to be moved.
Mhm.
Because it's going to help my heart rate. It's going to help everything about inside. People look on the outside, right? Oh, you don't look. I'm worried about how my liver, my lungs, and my kidneys look.
Yeah.
That's my main concern. So I get up in the morning, I'm moving. I'm going to work out because the body was made to move. And so when we talk about our parents, y'all, so what did you learn from your parent that you would want somebody else that's listening to know that, because you don't want them to go down that road?
I learned that when you have the thoughts
Mhm.
of doing better for yourself,
Mhm.
working out, movement,
Yeah.
follow that thought and put it into
Ah.
action.
Say that again. That is so important.
When you have the thoughts
Mhm.
of wanting to move, better your body and yourself, follow that thought. Put action to that thought. And also think about the small picture that will lead to the big picture. When I say that, we always think about the end goal, but it can also be overwhelming when you
Yes.
think about the end goal. It's just so much I have to do to get back on track. Just make those baby steps to getting there. And then when you start making those baby steps, you'll look up and see, I got there. So
That's good.
follow that thought. and put it
Follow
in
those
action.
thoughts when you
That's
have it in
good.
2026.
That's really good.
That
Follow
is
those thoughts.
really good. Yes. So, kidney coach, what would you tell people that you've learned? Oh my God, I hate. Because my mom, what you said about your dad not wanting to go to dialysis, but at the end wanting to live. My mom decided to get off of dialysis, but when things got worse, she wanted to live, and we went back on dialysis, but it was like too late then. So my heart tugs when you every time you say that in the end, he wanted to go on dialysis. Wow. So anyway, this is an emotional show. We got to get through this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. What I would say is, don't be afraid to stand alone, because a lot of times, especially in our community, we're so used to so much stuff. We're so used to how this was done, how that was done, and so when it's time to start changing things, we have a lot of factors and a lot of fear that comes about us, to where it's like, okay, you know, I don't want people to feel like I'm changing because and now I'm going to push my agenda on them. I don't want people, it's all a mind thing. So something that I have learned from my dad is, don't be afraid to stand alone. How you stood alone at that wedding.
Yes.
It may look different to me.
Wow.
But it inspired me at the same time.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're standing alone. Ooh, Father help me.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're standing alone could do for the next person.
Right.
Because Mr. Charles said nobody, when he stood alone, I was over 200 some pounds when I met you.
Wow.
Now I'm under 190.
Wow.
And so, and that has just been, and it hasn't been consistent, but I have made different changes along the way or whatnot. And I praise God for that. So don't be afraid to stand alone. When you make those changes, you're making them for yourself.
Right.
You're making them for, and prayerfully, somebody else. You're able to affect somebody else in the long run. But don't be afraid to stand alone when it's time, when it's tugging at your heart. Like she said, that thought, go with that thought, and don't be afraid. If you got to start doing it by yourself. Do it alone, because the thing about it is, you just never know who is watching you. Do it alone. So, because it's not always meant for everybody to jump on the bandwagon with you right then, like you talk about with your wife. You were doing this alone, but she continued to see you do what you're doing, and now look where she's at.
Yes.
So the thing is, sometimes that's what God sometimes calls us to do. It is alone.
Yes.
And it can get a little tiring and weird because you want people to jump on these bands.
Yes.
You want people to be
with you.
Exactly,
it's about having
on
fun.
the journey.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
But sometimes it's going to take, and it may not change that day. It may not change that week. It may not change months. It may not change until years from now. But you're doing what's best for you. And in the midst, He's going to open whose eyes need to be open.
Wow. That's so good. Listen, I like both of those. When you get that thought, act on it. When you want to move and act on it, because it can go away and then you sitting there not doing anything, right? And then don't be afraid to do things alone, because listen, that's your liver, that's your lung, that's your kidney. That's how I look at it. Look, wasn't nobody coming to my mom. Look at my mom picture there. Listen, this is Cora Lee, died at 54 years old. Did nobody come there with her saying, I'm going to give you one of my kidneys, Cora? Nobody. So I don't mind being alone. Okay? That's the thing there. Okay? But the thing that I would say is, man, appreciate your liver, your lungs, and your kidneys. I don't think I appreciated mine until I saw my mom. And I saw that machine operating like a kidney, but couldn't take the place of a kidney. Wow. I love that. Wait, let me get this call. Good morning, caller. Happy New Year's.
Well, praise ye the Lord, and Happy New Year to you all. Hallelujah. I am thoroughly enjoying the program because our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. But I have two questions. I'm going to just ask the questions and hang up. And I just have to commend you all because I too lost my mom to the same thing. But I wanted to ask this question. Can you expound on kidney problems when the drinking, like this New Year and all of this, but people, alcoholics, what does it do to the kidney? And the other one is, what is really the amount of water that we're supposed to be drinking? As far as eating, I get that point, but there's a part of the living water as long as the natural water. I'll hang up and thank you all for being so open and transparent that we have to be the next legacy to show others that it's not about us, it's about what God is using us to do to help others. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the callers so much. And we're going to definitely jump into those and handle those questions there. Because listen, my mom wasn't drinking any water.
Mm.
You see, listen, I'm telling you, it's all about the Cokes.
That's right.
It's maybe I should just say those drinks and not call the name, but it's what was in the house. I don't want to get in trouble here.
Yeah,
But those drinks, all of that, those acids in there, and the kidney has to do what with that?
It has to try to filter all that out.
The kidney is filtering it out.
Exactly. So just like with alcohol, the kidney, all that strong, whatever they put in the alcohol,
Uh-huh.
the kidneys, that is those two little organs, bean-shaped organs, are trying to filter all of whatever they put in that alcoholic drink, whatever they put in those stuff, even when it comes to smoking, the kidneys are trying to filter all of that out. So just imagine we got to look at our bodies too. Just imagine how big our organs are in our body. So you're expecting those two bean-shaped organs to filter everything that you're putting in your body, and then especially if it's something toxic and something that has ingredients that were not meant for your body at all anyway.
Right.
So they're trying to filter that out through those tubes. And next thing you know, do you think it's actually filtering it out effectively, or is it damaging them?
Wow.
So that's the thing, like, is it damaging those kidneys as it's trying to filter it out? Because it may be filtering, but what damage is it causing to those kidneys?
So the kidney is going to do what it's supposed to do, whether the drink is helping it or hurting it. Right? Because the way it was made, it was function. It's going to function
It's supposed to function.
as long as it can, but you can damage it or you can hurt it by what you are drinking, right? And so, like what the caller said, so again, you answered the question about the alcohol. Whatever you put in your body, the kidney, it can do damage to the kidney. So we got to be careful with that. And to the question about water, I want you to start, and we're going to talk about a little list too later, but I want you to think about the water content even in the food. So how much water should we drink? People said 8 ounces, all that. Listen, because your body weight will determine how much you drink, but you don't ever want to be dehydrated. You always want to be hydrated. If you sometimes feel tired and don't feel like doing something, that just means you may need some water. Because water, H2O, the body, we're made of what, 78% of water? So I would say if you're drinking 8-9 cups of water, make sure that the first thing goes in your body in the morning is what? Water. Okay. Last thing goes in your body at night, water. Okay. Make sure that you're staying hydrated. And then when you're eating fruits like cantaloupes or like watermelon, with the high water content, now what are you doing? You're eating vegetables with water content. Make sure that you are doing this. There's some things that you need to make sure that you're getting every day that's going to help you with your water content. And people don't think about this, okay? But fruit is high with water content. Okay, so you want to get your fruits every day, right? Greens hold water, right? But now your meat don't hold no water. I'm not saying I'm just telling you. Your egg don't hold no water. Now your butter and your all your oil and your grease, it doesn't hold no water. Okay? Because oil and water don't even mix. Hello. So we got to eat food that's containing water, and we got to be drinking 8-9 cups of water, but we got to do it in the morning. And the timing is also good too when you're drinking. Okay, nothing goes into my body until the water says hello, thank you. Right? I love doing it. Yeah. And I even put sometimes some lime in my water, or you can use some lemon in your water. The first time you drink it. But of course, lemon is 95% water.
Right.
So you're doubling up on it, okay? Well, that's so cool. Marcus, I know we need to take a break, though. Let's take a break real quick, Marcus. Let's jump on this, and then we're going to come back. And I'm so appreciative of these ladies. Thank y'all so much. We're talking about our kidneys. We have Shivari here with her mom, Felicia, and we have Tamara here with her dad, Eddie, and we got Corley in the house today with us. Eddie died at 54, my mom died at 58, and Felicia died at 55. Marcus, let's take a break, and we'll be right back on the other side. Future in great health. Yes. The future in great health. Today, every day, responsible self. When the fires will fight for health. The future in great health. Today, every day, responsible self. When the fires will fight for health. The future in great health. Today, every day, responsible self. When the fires. All right. Thank you, Marcus. Listen, I got my Fighters Cup. I got my Fighters shirt. Fighters stand for future in great health today, every day, responsible self. And listen, we're fighting for our health this morning, and we want you in 2026 to start fighting for your health. Now, this part of the show, we always talk about who am I? This is when I name a particular food. This particular food I'm going to talk about the value, and you tell me who am I? Okay, so that's how we do this part of it. Okay, so now I'm gonna give you a hint. First of all, they always tell us on the New Year's to eat something green. So this vegetable is green. Okay, that I'm talking about. Okay, but here's how it works. It says, I help fight inflammation. I help calm the fire inside the body. Whoa, we have. Listen, I reduce chronic inflammation that leads to diseases. I am round and I'm green, and I don't take long to cook. I strengthen the gut. A healthy gut is a strong foundation. Moving that core, like you said. Yeah. I feed good bacteria and help repair digestive system. I support heart health. I help lower blood pressure and cholesterol. Man, I protect the heart so it can keep fighting for you. Wow. I love. I clean and detox. I support the liver in flushing toxin out of the body. I clean system. I help your system to be clean and perform better. I boost your immune system. Wow. I'm powerful. It don't take me long to cook, and I'm 95% water. Listen, I'm low. This is the part I really like about it, guys, because our parents died of a kidney problem. So I am low in potassium. I'm gentle on the kidneys and support long-term kidney health. Marcus said zucchini. That's a good guess, Marcus. That's a good guess. I hopefully I'm streaming on both because I don't see my YouTube people. Oh, good morning. There they are. Listen, I promote healing recovery. Guys, you're going to like this one. I'm natural sulfur compound. I help the body fight abnormal cells. We always have these things in our body that's abnormal that don't need to be there, that we allow to get in there, right? I help fight them. I support healthy weight. I'm low calorie, high volume. You eat more feel full, and stay in control.
Mm.
I build strength through simplicity. I prove you don't need fancy food to be healthy, just intentional choices. Who am I? I am green, I am round, I'm not turnips, I'm not, I'm not, I'm not, I almost said it. I'm not a mustard green, but I'm round. I can be purple or I can be green. Cabbage. I am cabbage. Listen, is that not, listen, fight inflammation, strengthen the gut, support health, good health, heart health, clean and did y'all know cabbage do all of that? Clean and detox, boost the immune system because it's high in vitamin C. Cabbage helps your body defend itself against illness, protect the kidneys, support cancer defense. Man, somebody ought to be eating some green cabbage today.
Yes.
Build your strength and support healthy weight. Look, that's all we're saying. There are certain foods out there that will help our kidneys. And guys, because listen, because my mom had kidney disease, Shavara mom had kidney disease. Your dad had kidney disease. Can I just list some food that's really good for the kidney? Number one is, of course, cabbage is good for the kidney. Cauliflower is good for the kidney. Bell peppers is good for the kidneys. Apples, the bell pepper is good because vitamin C. Cabbage, like we talked about, detox. Cauliflower, low in potassium. And when you have a kidney problem, you don't need a lot of potassium. Apples, because it contains a lot of fiber. Berries, your blueberries, your strawberries, and your cranberries. You know when people are having kidney function, they tell about the cranberry, right? But all the berries are good, but we just need to start consuming them before the kidneys is messed up.
That's right.
We got to get this fixed in 2026.
That's right.
We wait until the thing mess up, and
That's
then
it,
we
being
start doing
reactive.
something, being reactive. So we got to make garlic. I make sure I get that stuff in my system every day. Come on, listen. Help reduce inflammation and blood pressure without adding sodium. That's what garlic will do. So all of these foods that I'm listing here, guys, onions, good for the kidney. Arugula, good for the kidneys. Watermelon, obviously good for the kidneys, just because it's full of water, right? So let's, like the caller was, let's flush those kidneys out, those livers out. Let's do all the fruits that contains that water. Let's drink our water. Let's be careful as we celebrate, because you can drink a lot of alcohol and you think nothing is going on. But look, my mama died at 58. Tell us, when did your mama, how old was your mama she died?
55.
I'm just saying. How old was your dad? Remember?
54.
54. So we have, and we all have our pictures today of our parents that we love so much, because we're in your home this morning. So thank you for allowing us to be in your home this morning and watching us on YouTube talking about our parents. They mean a lot to us. They're not here with us, and they died so early in life. And I feel kind of bad because I always thought 58 was so young, but now you telling me 54 and you telling me 55. So there's, that's why you can't be afraid to walk alone. Make some decision on your own.
There you go. Come on now.
Because it's about your liver, your lungs, your kidneys. And you can't let other people dictate to you what you're going to put in your body.
Right, there you go.
And when you have that doctor move, whether you got to do it by yourself, you got to do it. You got to act on it, right? Because moving helps the body. And that's what we need to make sure that we're exercising. Tell us again how we need to be.
Chest up,
Chest up,
shoulders back,
shoulders back,
core engaged.
core engaged. And we can do this at home.
At home.
I've been just doing some squats at the time before I go to the gym, and I'm thinking about what you hear her voice. Yes. And why are you wearing red this morning?
I'm wearing red to honor my mom. My mom's favorite color was red, so that's why I'm wearing it.
And you went to start helping people with kidneys because
Eddie Toaster, due to his fight, I was able to found the American Kidney Fund and become a kidney health coach. And I just tell people, because I would like, my desire is to have other kidney health coaches, especially around the Mississippi area. So, like I said, it's just a 2.5 hour self-paced course that you can take online for free. And you just basically become a kidney health coach, and you join a great group of people around the world who are actually doing this. People who are who are living with kidney disease, who are kidney health coaches, people who are just caregivers or individuals with kidney disease or family members, people who are in the medical field, professionals, or just individuals in the community who have a desire. They're becoming kidney health coaches so that they can make sure that they educate the community and raise awareness so that we can make better decisions. Because our race for sure is one of those races that are affected greatly from diabetes and high blood pressure. And so, as Shabazz stated, it's time to break it. It's time to break that cycle that continues to go on and on and on. And it takes one step, one day, one moment, one decision at a time.
But so you've been inspired to do a lot because so your dad's death is not in vain because you've been inspired to do a lot, and that's so good. That is so good. And you've been inspired because you watch your mom and you're helping other people now to do it. And again, I've said it before, I'm cooking because of my mom. You know, I'll be the first to sit here and say, you know, the reason that I want to be an example for people tomorrow, the reason that I want to do cooking demonstration for people is because I understand that a lot of us don't know. Because I was cooking for my mom even when she was dying. I was preparing food that she didn't need to be eaten. And she would have done whatever I asked her to do, okay, because we love food. But the taste is what we love. We don't worry about the value. We just look at the taste, okay? And let me just say this as we come close to an end, guys. It was difficult. And the reason this is been such a hard time for me this morning is because, you see, the reason my mom went on dialysis, when the doctor asked Corey, so we're going to need to put you on dialysis, what did you say? You know what she said? She said, whatever Charles say. And I live with that. Whatever Charles say. And I didn't get all the information that I should have got because, again, I'm 20-some years old, right? And so I don't know the question to ask the doctor and things like that, but she was on dialysis, but she was following whatever Charles said. So the doctor said, we need to put you on dialysis. She says, whatever Charles said. That's a lot. So I'm here representing her today, and I'll be representing her until the day I die, because I'm going to be sharing with you, this audience, and those that I get in front of, what you can do to help your body function, and particularly your kidney. I want your kidney to function. I saw a machine operating like a kidney, but couldn't take the place of a kidney. I said, man, this kidney, it's so important.
It only does a certain percentage of what the kidney is supposed to do, and that's very little.
So I decided that, you know, I better take care of my own.
That's it.
Because nobody's going to come running to me, giving me no kidney, because they didn't come to my mom. And I used to say, guys, and this is what I want you to do. I used to say that my mom kidney failed her. They didn't. She failed them. Now, she didn't know what she was doing. My job is to help you to understand how you're affecting your kidney. So the caller that call in, you can't have all the alcohol. She's right. And you got to give the kidney the water that it needs. And you can't just put any kind of food in there and expect the kidney to operate like it's supposed to. So tell people who you are and where they can find you at before we get out of here one more time. And thank you so much. Yeah,
Oh, you're welcome. So my name is Shavaya Harrelson, and you can find me on Facebook or Instagram by my name, Shavaya Harrelson, SHAVAYAHARLSON. I have a long name, so I have to spell it out. So yeah, you can find me on Instagram or Facebook, or you can email me at admin@charismallllc.com.
And she's absolutely great at what she does. Would you agree, Tamara? She is
most
absolutely
definitely.
great. Met her one time, made a difference in my life for the rest of my life, right? And that is what you want, right? So tell people how we can get in touch with you and the great job you are doing.
Okay. Well, you can find me on Facebook, more Instagram. I'm not ready for it too much, but Facebook is sure. I'm on Instagram, but I don't know how to work it well.
I got
So, Facebook is Tamara Johnson. And also when it comes to, you can always call me at 769-770-3747, or you can email me at yourpswllc@gmail.com. That's your personal social worker LLC. At gmail.com. But the PSW is just the initials for the abbreviation for personal social worker. So yes, please reach out, feel free. And this was great.
Yeah, this was so good. We got our parents here again. She has Eddie died at 54, Coralie died at 58, and Felicia, she's represented, she died at 55. But man, we're great representation for them. As they died early, we don't want other people to have to go through this. We've been great representation. So I want to say thank you, ladies. You all can always find me at myhelpmymississippi.com, myhelpmymississippi.com. You can always email me at charles@myhelpmymississippi.com. Mississippi is spelled out. I'll shoot you all the information that you need and how you can take care of your kidneys and any other part of your body. And listen, when we're at these events, you got to come out, because I love good tasting food, but it just has to be good for my body. If it's not good for my body, listen, it is non-negotiable. I am not making no deal with my kidneys talking about I don't care what I eat, because I know I'm affecting it and how it lives. It just doesn't make sense to me. I got to take care of it because it's providing for me. Hello? Oh my goodness. Wow. Marcus, I wish we had another hour. We got to get out of here. Thank y'all so much. Happy New Year's again, everybody. Thanks, Shavaya. Thanks, Tamara. And our parents are here today. Although they're dead and gone, they're represented here today. And thank you for this idea about the pictures. I'll forever have them pictures. All right, get out of here. Marcus, can we get our theme song? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it. Got it? Let's get this baby up. All right now. 2026. We getting this fixed. Today, every day, responsible self. We're the fighters fighting for our health. That's it, y'all. We're in great health. Today, every day, responsible self. Hey, fighters. Yes, I'm about to get y'all to sing background with me.